been a long time since I've done a Mead video. Probably the last one I did, I think, was the one at my dad's place. 2 years. That was for Chaucer's of all things. Honestly, we haven't tried too many new Meads since then.
No, not
Had
really.
a lot of wines. Went through a hey, let's see if we can find beer we like, which turns out we did.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mead wise, not a whole lot. We've been buying local stuff if we can. But that's alright. So 3 years ago, I did a video for Hidden Legends Mead. I did 2 of their meads. Their Pure Honey and their King's Mead. And they contacted me within the past week and were like, hey, can we send you some bottles of mead and have you do a review of it? And I went, sure. So we were going to do like 3 videos. And then we're like, screw it. Let's just do them all at once. We tried to get some other people to come and help us out. And that didn't, like, the schedules didn't work out. So it's just the 2 of us. So we're going to open these. At least one's going to get drank tonight. All of them throughout the weekend. Who knows?
Also, apologies to Hidden Legends. I know we're using a solo cup, but we didn't have anything else that we could use.
Well, that just shows how our us with mead and wine goes. Because like 2 of our first 2 dates were actually two solo. And I got a cup from my first time going there. We got her one her first time. And we found some at a thrift store recently that we went ahead and bought them just because.
Yeah, and this is actually the one from...
The thrift store?
No, it's actually from one of our dates.
Okay.
It's the first time
it was, I think the second time she came up here, I took her to Solu, and then I think the 4th time, it was like almost back to back. I think there's maybe 1 visit in between, but we did that for like 2 different dates. We've done that since she's moved out here.
Yep.
So, like... We had bought all that wine for our wedding that didn't get drank because nobody showed up. So we had an actual like moon's worth of honey wine and other wines. So we actually had like a honeymoon.
Yeah.
Without leaving the house. But anyway, so let's introduce them. We got 3 meads. They offered to send me 3. I'm like, I'm not saying no. So the first one, if you watch my old video, I actually mentioned this one several times. And it's kind of funny because the fact is, I don't know what this is. But this is Hidden Legends Wild Elderberry Mead. The only thing I know about elderberry is that stupid line from Monty Python. I don't even really like the movie. Like that line was funny. And they let me pick the meads out. So we tried to get like this full kind of spectrum of meads here.
So the one that I've got right here is the dark mead. I'm terrible at facing things.
That's supposed to be another just honey, but it's like dark honey, so I'm excited for that. And then, so we've got, our good, just plain honey. We've got a darker berry, so if you're go with this lighter one, I don't know what these are either, other than the cartoon character. But that's Huckleberry. Huckleberry wine, or, Huckleberry Finn, or Huckleberry Hound. So many Huckleberries, I still don't know what a Huckleberry is. So, where do we want to start?
That is a good question.
So that occurred to me though. Like I did that video like 3 years ago. I did that video before I met you. It's been over 3 years. Have I been on YouTube that long?
I haven't been on YouTube.
Let's go ahead and start with the dark. This is the corkscrew you brought. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I had to run out to the car to get this. So, a funny thing about us, we usually keep like a corkscrew in the car, and we've got like the big box of the big cigar matches and like a little travel ashtray. Because sometimes if we're out, like I'm just driving around or whatever, we'll stop.
You mean
like
the travel ashtray?
Yeah, it's here right now.
That's been sitting in the house for several months.
Well, we haven't needed it because we've been sitting outside.
This is true.
But yeah, so we'll stop somewhere, buy like a cigar and a bottle of wine, and then stop when we got to park or somewhere and have a smoke and a drink. So we actually have a car, a wine bottle opener.
We do not recommend drinking and driving. We usually have food on these excursions as well.
That's true. So we're going to go with the pure honey.
The pure dark.
Dark mead, yeah. Probably be boring.
I don't know how to do this!
So here's what I did last time. No guarantee this will work, but I just drove this bad boy right into it. And did that.
Okay, fine. Give me the thing so I can do the thing.
What thing?
That way we can open the rest of the bottles and not have to worry about it later.
Would you like a smell?
Ooh.
It almost smells like one of those hard root beers.
It does. The smell off the cork is actually really nice.
Alright, so here's a close-up of it for you. And that's why we're doing it in here and not in the ballroom, is that room is dark. It was designed to be dark. It's gold in there, and we've got gold wines like that. It wasn't going to work, so we sat in the living room instead. But anyway, that's what the dark honey mead looks like. You know, we have those ones that are designed to just be shoved back in there. So.
Yeah, I know. I was just doing it so we didn't lose the corks. Sorry, I need a moment. Nice.
You're gonna like it.
Well, fuck. Good
It's
thing
almost,
this isn't a child-friendly channel.
I'm sure they'll take it as a compliment. It almost tastes like that whiskey I buy. Just, you know, less of an alcohol content, but yeah. It's that smooth.
Fuck, that's smoother than most of the vodkas I've drank.
And I've always, Mead's considered a dessert wine, and I've said before I don't usually pair things with meals. But we're making ribs tonight. Well, we've been making them.
Thank you, Bob's Bitchin' Barbecue.
I was going to get to that.
What? I'm not allowed to thank them?
No, but we were going to get to that. But anyway, we're going to see which of these would actually pair well with these ribs we've been making, and this probably hasn't won.
Maybe not, because that Huckleberry should also be a really good pair.
I'm sure it's a contender.
Don't mind me. I'm just terrible at opening wine.
So is this going to be the elderberry?
Yes, this is the Elderberry. We don't have to do this one next.
We will.
Okay.
So, next up will be the elderberry. Is 3 years coming. It's about time. I am actually really excited about this. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, this has got like a dark purple color to it.
It looks like a good cab.
I'm smelling the glass. Like I can't smell through the. Oh.
Ooh. Oh, papa.
There you can see what this one looks like. That's one thing, and I said this about the two in the other videos. Their wines are just really unbelievably clear.
The fucking cork is cool.
You get to do this one first.
Then you get to open the last bottle. Okay. Doesn't smell like it would be, as Niles describes, as chewy. Which we've actually had a wine that was chewy.
Yes, that's been something the Fraser Fran group of members was like, can you really have a chewy wine? It's like, yes you can. That look on your face says it all. Give me that.
Well, I mean...
Oh, God. Wow. That is like tongue-kissing Jesus or something. Like.
I wouldn't describe it that far, but...
Okay, maybe not tongue.
Okay.
But definitely on the lips.
So if you were a small child and accidentally came across this not knowing what it was, you could mistake this for juice.
Yeah. I think the other way to describe it is, you ever have like an actual good communion wine?
Oh my God, this does not taste like bad communion wine. There would be better communion wine.
We have had so many that we're taking drinks like it tastes like bad communion.
Yes, and unfortunately, one of the ones that we would have to mention for that is the Apothic Red. Got a free bottle, went and picked up like a small bottle because we're like, we don't want to open this and not like it. Oh, wow.
Oh, this looks like that.
It looks like a good rosé.
I poured too much, which is something we like, especially that blueberry.
No, you didn't. Talk about some.
That was blueberry something from. We'd have to go get the bottle, but that reminds us of one that we get locally. But this is the Huckleberry. That is just gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
Look at it sparkle.
I didn't even get to smell the bottle first. Okay.
Oh, it's got like a pine aftertaste. That is.
It does.
Oh, that is cool.
That is really unique.
So you know, I'm a huge fan of blueberry and blackberry meads, and I famously mixed 2 bottles in a live stream and got drunk on camera. Still don't, for anyone who goes back, I remember playing everything up to the end of Kirby's Adventure, and everything past that I have no memory of. We totally do that again with this stuff. I don't know if Hidden Legends wants to be a part of that. But yeah, no, I mean, I like blueberry, and I like to combine the blue and the blackberry. That's kind of what this tastes like. It's like a richer blueberry.
Yeah.
With that kind of piney aftertaste. It hits, like, you gotta let it set.
I could get very... Oh my god.
Like, right there, it hit. It took almost 10 full seconds, but it's like this piney aftertaste that if you're trying to chug this thing, you're not going to be able to enjoy it. But that just makes me feel like I'm sitting out under that pine tree in the backyard in the middle of summer.
Yeah, it most certainly does. I need to look at something. You can keep talking. It's okay.
Well, that's the thing. Is I usually read the stuff that's on the back of these bottles, and I didn't do that for this, but there's 3 of them, and that is a lot. So, but what does it say? Cork pulls through wax. We're not idiots. I said this is what I did last time, and you didn't want to do it that way. So I'm
okay, fine. I'm an idiot.
I'm gonna edit the video because there's a pretty good section of us fighting with the wine. So you'll just see me rip it out. But she was like, you know, do we gotta pull the wax off? And I said, well, last time I just stabbed it down here and pulled it up. And obviously, so that's what we did this time. But that was after about 5-6 minutes of fighting with.
It wasn't even 5-6 minutes. It was
yeah, it's on the back of the bottle. Cork pulls through wax. So if you want to know how to open up a bottle of Hidden Legends, watch this video or just actually bother to read the back of the label. So okay, if you had to pick one as your favorite, actually let's just try to do a top like. I'll go ahead and do it. Number 1 would be the Huckleberry for me because it does have that sort of blueberry, blackberry-ish taste, and that's something I really like. With this Elderberry's clocking in right next to this is unlike anything I've ever had before. It's incredible. And I would put the dark mead at the back. I think this would go good with a good hearty meal. Unlike a lot of the wines I drink, like the Camelot, like you want that as a dessert. It doesn't really pair with anything. I think this will pair good.
You want like a Camelot with dessert.
Right. Whereas I think this dark meat is almost the perfect meal one because it would go good with a like a steak. It'd probably go good with a fish as well. It's that sort of thing.
I can't even do that. Like they're all so different in their own right.
Which is what I was going for.
And they're all really nice and really well done. Like you know me, I've drank a lot of fucking wine. Like, I've drank a lot of alcohol in general. But, like, these have to be some of the smoothest that I've ever had.
Oh yeah, like, as far as just drinking it, just any of them, just holy crap. I'm gonna do this.
Fuck, oh my god.
Do we want to mix them? Okay, that was the
dark.
So, since we do this all the time, okay, here's the dark and the Huckleberry.
Holy hell.
I'm going to let it mix in a little. Hidden Legends, since I know you're going to see this video, Dark Huckleberry, come on.
Or, fuck, if you're just looking at buying these wines, buy 2 or 3 bottles. Actually, no, buy like 3 or 4 that you think sound all good together. Just kind of fucking mix them around.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we did here. So, and the last time it was two that were kind of the same. Oh, we're gonna go. Okay.
I'm insane. I have to know. Okay, so
we do this
with
tobacco too.
Yes, we do. We actually get hookah tobacco, and they're in several different flavors, and I will sit there and I will mix like little bits of each one together.
We've learned more than 3 doesn't really work too well, but 2 or 3 is pretty good. So
yeah,
this might work out for you.
It's definitely bubbly.
Okay, you can't see this. It's a pretty good camera, but her eyes are brighter than the sun right now. Fuck me! That is the best thing I've... Wow.
How would you compare it to that White Winter Black Harbor? Because wouldn't that be close to how you've described it?
It's been like 4 or 5 years since I drank that, so I can...
Okay, reasonable. Maybe we'll have to go and... Maybe we'll have to talk to White Winter and see if we can get a hold of one.
So actually, White Winter did try to get me to bring my camera and everything to the meadery and everything. I was going to set up, do a camping trip out that way, because it's almost a day drive for me, even though it's in Wisconsin. And it just... Then where I was working was suddenly mandatory overtime every weekend, all day, and so it never happened. So this is really cool that Hidden Legends got in contact with me and set this all up. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, and we would honestly love to come to...
It's in Montana.
I mean, we could go to Montana.
I would love to go to, because I mean, I've been in the Midwest, I've been on the Pacific Northwest. I need to hit that spot in between. So.
And I've barely been out of the Midwest, so...
Didn't you go to Kansas once?
Yes. I've been to Kansas. Oh, no, the furthest away from home I've been is Missouri. Southern Missouri.
I've been to the other side of the world. Wow, I'm already starting to feel that, so...
Oh, I was feeling it at the second one.
So, we are going to... I don't know if we're going to get completely plastered tonight or not. It's a
weekend!
It's a Friday. But I do have a mix I've been working on. So, if the next DJ mix comes out within the next 48 hours, note that I probably did that tonight. Powered by Hidden Legends Mead. It's definitely a sponsored video, but it's like, we're going to be honest, and definitely go check out their website, hiddenlegendswinery.com. It is winery, not just wine. I should know.
Yeah, it's winery.
Okay, hiddenlegendswinery.com. We'll put the link in the comments. They have a ton of other meads. It was really hard to pick. They had one. It's a carbonated mead. And I was like, I kind of want to try that, and it was called something like Bearded Bastard or something. So the name made me laugh. But
fuck,
the Elderberry we've been talking about since like 3 years ago.
Well, and I've always had a thing for like weird fruits and vegetables and shit because
Huckleberry is just like all of them.
Yeah, they all hit those right spots, but I think what would pair best with our meal tonight is... Well, that was kind of funny, but...
Did the phone go off?
Yes.
Oh.
It was very audible. But I think if we're going to go for like true southern type roots, we'll want the Huckleberry. Because it's southern style ribs.
But the idea was to try it all. So...
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like we're ending the video. We're not. There's like a whole second half, and we got another like shout out to give out because we're going all in for Hidden Legends here. So we're gonna see which of these actually does pair best with our meal.
Fingers got sticky. The perils of barbecue sauce.
So we were gonna do another video for this place we found on the road. Last weekend we went to Iowa to grab more of her stuff. Believe it or not, we still don't have her fully moved.
One more trip. One more. If you want to donate, please tell us.
So on the way back, I'm like, hey, I'm hungry. I'm like, let's just try and find something
local.
So we're near Dodgeville. So I'm like, find some places. The first thing that pops up was Bob's Bitchin' Barbecue, and we laughed.
We're not even joking about the name.
It's the name.
I'm terrible at facing things. I don't know how well anyone can see.
But then she found a few other places, and they all had like addresses that were the numbers were the same. They're also the same road. So I'm like, we'll go down that road. First one hit, we'll stop at. It ended up being Bob's Bitchin' Barbecue.
Yeah, no.
So we ended up buying. They had like 8 different sauces that they make there.
Oh my god.
The name
so
it lives
good.
up to the name.
It
But
really
we
does.
bought these 2. One's called RBQ and the other is honey chipotle.
The RBQ, the cool thing about it is it actually has root beer in it. It has Sprecher root beer in it.
So we had these and we both tried because we both really like honey chipotle anyway. And I was like, it's got Sprecher root beer. I got to try this. So we get them and we're trying them out. And we're like, these are really good.
We had these with salmon, of all things. Like, usually if you get a nice good blackened salmon someplace, you don't usually want a heavy barbecue sauce with it. Well, we get these, and this is after we've tried the barbecue sauce, and we're like, you know what would be really good? Mixing them.
So that's what we did, and it was amazing. We like pulled the waitress over and we're like, go in the back and mix 2 of these and try. And she's like, okay.
Shout out to Rachel. You dealt with us, and we're crazy assholes
So
sometimes.
she comes running back to our table like, you weren't kidding. That's amazing. And I was like, you can take credit for that. You can be employee of the month. So we bought them and we mixed them. So we did ribs in our slow cooker, but we marinated them with our combined sauces. So we've got these 2 sauces, and now we're going to see which of these 3 wines is going to pair best with the ribs. But since she's our culinary expert, she's going to be the taster.
Oh, dear gods. Okay, so what I also did, I don't know how well you can see inside the bowl, but the ribs are also done in their own blend of seasonings. I don't ever know what I do, so.
So you think the Huckleberry will probably be the best.
Yeah.
And I think you're probably right.
Oh, you know what these ribs need? It needs a little bit of extra barbecue sauce. I'm
Again,
sorry, anyone who's eaten proper ribs knows this.
huge Frasier fan in this Frasier fan group on Facebook. And of course, there's an episode where Frasier meets a guy named Bob who's all about barbecue. So I had like taken a picture of Bob's menu and put it up on there like, hey, I guess Bob moved to Wisconsin and opened up his own restaurant.
Funnily enough, my father's name is also Bob. And so, as we're leaving the restaurant, I called my dad while we were in the car. I'm like, Dad, you have to know about this place. Like, and my dad makes some really good Southern food. He's actually part of how I learned how to make decent Southern food. But yeah, no. So, okay. We have a little bit of the barbecue and a little bit of the mac and cheese. Fuck, those ribs turned out really good. I hadn't even tried them yet. They've been in the slow cooker for what, 24?
Oh yeah, we started them about 4 o'clock yesterday. So
Yeah, no, and they're tender, they're juicy. Like, the ribs are literally trying to fall off the bone right now. Like,
I think the bone's trying to grab at the ribs to keep them up.
right. Like, and the barbecue sauce and the seasonings that I used for it, it all melds really well together. Definitely a good contender for like a wine to go with this meal.
Alright, let's go with the elderberry next.
Gotta get another bite of food because this is how this works. Because you want all those flavors nice and together. Yeah, that is like prime meal right there. Close, but not quite.
Alright, let's go with this.
Nice dark honey. We're keeping these bottles, by the way.
I think I still have the other 2. But I could be wrong. I thought they were really cool. And that's funny. So if you watch the other video, I comment about how the packaging for Hidden Legends was really well done. And when we got the box the other day, that's something I should mention. They sent it 2-day shipping and it got pushed through, I guess. We got it the next day. But she's helping me open the box and she goes, man, this is some really good packaging. And I'm just like, that's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
So you really got to give company props and they even package things well.
Oh, yeah. It's a really difficult toss-up. Well, so obviously,
I think it depends on the theme of your meal. If you're going
it
more
really does.
Southern American, the Huckleberry is probably what you want. But if you're going like old world medieval peasants village, you probably want the dark.
So here's my take on that: is they're both a really good contender if you just want a nice wine with your meal, and it almost doesn't matter what kind of meal it is. But I think if you're gonna do something like a barbecue or like anything Southern, even honestly going as far as to say some of like Irish food, because that would pair really well with like a good corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah.
Because it's nice and light.
So, you want to try it up against the Knox Triple Threat?
Okay. We'll do this. Considering I handmade this mac and cheese just this afternoon. It is made with an entire block of pepper jack cheese, seasoning, and a nice pretty blonde roux.
Usually we're doing teamwork in the kitchen, but whereas we did the ribs, the mac and cheese was all her.
No. You get 3 bottles, you mix it together. That makes the perfect wine for this meal.
Say that's either going to be too much or absolutely perfect.
Yeah, no, you should try. Like, seriously. Like, by the way, we are using a spoon to cut these ribs.
Oh my god, those ribs. I swear every batch we do is better than the last. Oh, with the Bob's barbecue. Oh my. Maybe a little hint of that El Yucateco Black in there next time.
And we get all these crazy ideas every single time we make a meal.
Oh shit. I feel like I need that tankard Twitch you gave me to drink that from. I'd actually hope to get him over for this video, but I don't even think he can drink anymore, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hidden Legends. Thanks a big one. This has been fantastic.
Thank
we really
you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Any of these are an excellent choice if you're looking for something to try. But again, if you can, mix the 3 of them and you really got something. Oh, wow. That really hits.
Yeah. Like, it hits that perfect spot. Like,
all right.
I think, like, how they meld together is what does it.
Yeah.
Does it. What kind of words are those?
Well, I mean, you're really mixing Huckleberry and Elderberry and throwing an extra bit of honey on top.
This is true. But,
that's a
but
pretty
you gotta
good
think a
combination.
dark honey
Yeah.
is already an entirely different complex flavor compared to like a normal. Because I say if we were to compare the dark mead to like Camelot's regular honey one,
They're not even in the same league.
No, not even. Like based for just honey wine, they're somewhat in that league, but I think a dark honey has a much more robust flavor. And you're just gonna sit here and listen to me drone on about food and wine.
Yeah. It's kind of one of my things. With our dungeon synth music in the background.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately being so like immersed in that chef type culture, being able to like identify those flavors it brought a whole new meaning to just tasting food.
Sometimes you just eat, sometimes you taste it, and sometimes you experience it.
And I think that's what this here today is.
Oh yeah, and that's how we're gonna have dinner now because we're all relaxed and just gonna enjoy our Hidden Legends mead and our ribs. Thanks for watching once again.